How you doing, guys? You ready for 15 plus 10? I'm going to go random, and I'm playing somebody lower rated. So what we've said we're going to do is I'm going to play d4 against lower rated opponents, just to make it fun, all right? And I'm going to play the Jobava London. Okay, so there we go. So if he hadn't done that, I did also have the option of playing e4 with maybe e5, but no. This is the standard setup, first three moves: pawn, knight, bishop. And after that, kind of on our own. So there's no c5 now, which is a thought. So let's push e3, that's the standard London move. The idea with the Jobava London with the knight here rather than on d2 is that it's much more aggressive. It could jump in, for example, here and mess stuff up. So let's think about this now, because I'm just learning this, so you're going to learn it along with me. This move seems to be announcing bishop g7, fianchetto, castle, kingside, right? Point is this. He's already moved his knight out, so he hasn't got knight a6 to defend c7, yeah? So how does he defend this knight attack with a fork on king and rook? Let's think about it. Knight's in here. Currently, only the queen is defending that. This knight could, if it could go to that square or that square, and it can't. Right? So the only... Is there any way to defend it? Bishop can't come out. Knight b5. Nope. Not that I can see. But then I've just woken up. I've been thinking about business stuff. Relaunching my business. Going back into web design and marketing and all that kind of stuff. So if you need a website, well, let's put it this way. If you need a marketing department, call me. I've been doing it since 1994. I've been designing websites pretty much since there have been websites being designed. Yeah, I like the creative process. I like the fact that it's so different all the time, because I need that. I'm somebody with a very itchy brain. You know, I get bored very easily with things. So what I want to do is work with several clients, but on an ongoing basis, and help them to grow, help them to develop, with a combination of strategy and design and all that kind of stuff. Isn't this weird? Look at this. I mean, I took a minute over my move. He's taken the same. He's played the most natural moves, right? He's played d5, he's developed both his knights, and he's prepared to fianchetto on the king side. Right? What could be more natural than that? But, okay, there we go. There we go. So now, bishop takes e5. Pins the knight on the rook. Ah, but now he can take with the knight. But, so what I'm thinking is, let's look at pawn takes. Pawn takes, I'm attacking his knight. He really needs to move. He'll move here to hit the bishop, won't he? So if bishop takes, I think he's going to take with the knight. I take back, I've doubled my pawns. That was a good move. He found the good move, okay. If I take with pawn, he's not going to take with knight because he loses his knight. So I take with pawn. I'm confident he's going to move here to hit the bish. Then, I think I have to take with the pawn, don't I? Or I just drop the bishop back now. But then he can go there anyway. If I take and he goes here, right, and I push on, he kind of has to take the bishop, doesn't he? But then I can take this with check, right? Let's try that. I think this is... I can't see it. I mean, he could put the knight here, but what's the point? I just push and I've reopened the attack on c7. Yeah. So now let's think this through. All right, I push. Let's say he takes the bishop. I don't have to retake the knight immediately. I can capture f7 with check, and then probably king takes, and then I recapture the knight. What else has he got? He's got bishop takes pawn, or pawn takes pawn, in which case, bang. Okay. I like this. I like this opening. So this is an in-between move, or intermezzo, if you want to get fancy. Now the king's going to have to move, there ain't no question. Okay, well, take the knight is obviously our default. Yeah. Can't even see candidate move B. So we're up a pawn, but the main thing is that that king's moved, and look at all this fresh air around the king. Very exposed. So what I want to do is probably get my queen on e2, long castles, get my rook on the semi-open d file. That's what I'm thinking. This queen is also tied to the defense of that pawn, which she's not going to be happy about. Get my knight out is probably generally a good idea, but I think first of all, just get the president safe. Okay, so queen is now eyeing up this, but it does, there's a couple of problems, right? Problem number one is, knight takes c7, hits the rook. Problem number two is, she's undefended that. Now, if I take, black's got bishop interposes. Which I don't like. I can take here. If queen wants to take that pawn, fine. You know, you're welcome to it. Because then I've got queen takes here. The rook's undefended, but it doesn't matter because king's in check. Yeah? So I take. If you take, it's not pretty. Because the king's got a shortage of squares. King's got to go to one side. And then if he goes here, I've got knight there. So I'm kind of happy with this. Now, what else has he got? Let's be grown up about this. I don't want to take on d5. Don't want to play queen takes d5 now. Take this. He just moves the rook. I take this and hit the queen. Or I just take that. Yeah, I can't see any problems. See, this is what you get. Look, I'm eating some time, but in return for this time, I'm getting to stuff my opponent, which is great fun. c3 is also playable, but overly defensive, not necessary. This is what's coming. And now you see bishop can't block, because I've got a knight that will just gobble it straight off. Oh, also queen is looking at pawn here. I missed this. But it's not good move because I have check, maybe. I have knight takes, attack queen. Sunday, Monday, happy days. Alrighty, now, my first thought is queen takes d5, check is on. King, can he go there, can he go there? Can he go there, can he stay there, right? So if I take here, it's got to go onto those dark squares. Then I could go here with the queen and force exchange. I'm going to be up 3 whole pawns, mate. 3 pawns. Not 1 pawn. Okay, here. Do it. Oh, I'm in check. Bastard. Oh, good move. They found a good move. Okay, here a queen takes or if queen takes is check again, so nothing's been gained. Right, that's annoying. Queen takes knight, queen takes pawn, and I'm up 4 pawns for a bishop and a pawn. And now my knight is gone. This is annoying. I missed it. But then I do suck. Alright, so first thing you always do is nothing at all. Let's assess. Okay, bishops are looking through the queen, looking at that. That's defended. It's okay. All of these squares are out. As is that. As is that. Out, out, out. So leaves options. 1, 2, 3, out, 4, 5, 6. Okay? And out of these options, do we have a favourite? I'm thinking possibly this one with the idea of bishop coming here. It does line it up with my king. I mean, what if like rook comes out now? But then I guess long castle. But that could drop the pawn, but then I have b3 trap. So that's a thought. Don't want to come here because it blocks the knight off. Okay, let's do this one. Anywhere on the d file, he's always got rook d8 anyway. That was just a one move blunder, wasn't it? Open file, got greedy, grabbed a pawn, and everyone's spitting their Rice Krispies at the computer saying, nope, you're going to get forked by the queen, you muppet. Lo and behold, I did, because my opponent is not a chump after all. Okay, I think castles, if he's got any sense, he's going to stick a rook straight on the d file. If so, I'm expecting knight comes out, looks good. I really want to eliminate one of my opponent's bishops, because there's a lot of pawns have come off the board, particularly dark coloured ones. But now I think castles, if bishop takes there, I've got this. I'm going to castle. I'm going to stick my rook on the d file. And then knight coming out with one of these routes to this square. Actually, that puts 2 attackers on the bishop there now. Okay, so, right. I could just drop the queen back here. Problem is, bishop moves. This is, well, if I move my knight, it's undefended. It's defended now from the rook. So I don't have to do anything particularly clever now. h4 is then an idea. Maybe. Or even bishop d3. Or this. So what he's done now is he has added another second defender to that. But how about, what do we think about this? Forces the bishop off the board. So opponent no longer has bishop pair. He can't move the bishop with check. That's important. I'm just threatening to take. Rook takes. Stick my queen here. Pinning the rook. Knight's going to come in. Should be alright. So I had an over the board match last night as well. Lost it. And a Vienna Gambit declined. Declined with d6 instead of d5. But in my defence, I've only played 2 matches so far, and apparently my my ELO or my ECF, my English Chess Federation rating, because I've got 1 draw and 1 win, it's, when you start out getting a rating, it jumps around wildly. My provisional rating is 1673, which meant that our captain had to put me on board 3 out of 6. So I'm playing somebody else around the kind of 1650, 1700 range, and he kicked my ass. But I didn't play particularly well, not very proud of it. And I don't really feel like sharing the game because I've learnt the lessons I need to from it. I've been over it already and you wouldn't enjoy it. Silly, silly blunders. And poor time management too. Poor time management from Hunty. Not good. Okay, he's got ideas of a checkmate thing down here. Which, excuse me. Which we don't want to encourage. However, that pawn is currently defended twice. I think it's time to bring the knight out. I really do. So that's what I'm going to do. This knight can't move with any major threat that I can see. My knight, however, can come into g5 with check, adding a third attacker to that bishop, which is defended only twice. There. It's a bit weird that your default arrow is orange, your default square is red, and then if you modify it, Okay, he's got to do something about this now, because if I get this move in, he loses the bishop, just dead loses it, and I don't think that works. Right, but let's figure this out. What's he found here? I give check. He can't take the king moves. The king goes there, 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 or there, right? I can then capture this free of charge. Yeah, I'm gonna capture the bishop with something. If he goes back, I can capture my bishop with check. If he goes here, I capture with the knight with check. If he goes here, oh, I don't know. He must be a fool, isn't he? I can take this pawn with check. If he goes here, I don't really know, to be fair. I might take this and attack the queen. Now, he has got 3 attackers on this bishop, but I think I can probably recycle that bishop pretty quickly. Yeah? Really suffered with... Oh, okay. Now. Right, I have... checkity-doodah. Then he's going to come here. Then I take with check, though. And he might take the knight. This merits some thought. No, take bishop with check. Surely, yeah? Take bishop with check. Is he going to take with a rook? Then I take queen. He's got 3 attackers on there. Oh no, then I'm kind of threatening a bit of checkmating stuff going on. So, and this is actually a fork. Royal fork. Okay, now, we have reached a critical point. I take rook. Material is still equal. I take rook. I lose the bishop. I take rook with bishop, I get checkmated. No, I don't, because I can take with the queen and trade off. Therefore, if I take rook with bishop, he plays rook here. I can go there. I think we're alright. This is the difference, isn't it? The kind of, I think we're alright, rather than I figured it out, we're alright. This does not work. I'm now up a rook. I'm not too worried about this. I also have a check here of my own, by the way. Even just dropping the bishop back there is not the end of the world. He'll probably take it out with the knight takes, though. one of the things that I'm noticing that I'm doing more as I get a bit stronger in chess is my willingness to discard ideas. It's very easy. So actually right now I'm threatening this rook. So I'm thinking he might go there. It's very easy to cling on to an idea, to get precious about it. So that, let's say rook here, that comes with check. King can't go. Ah, all right. Okay, so this is his idea. If I take the rook, queen here, king escapes, bishop here, I'm in check again. I think we live, don't we? And I've got a massive threat of this as well, which I think is going to lead to a forced mate. So let's figure this out. That's definitely his plan. This is now forced. If queen here or bishop here, I can just run away. I'm confident. Queen defends this. Rook's ready to block. Queen's ready to jump in and block. Notice queen defends that right now. I'm now up 2 rooks. I'm plus 10. I've got 7 pawns to his. Oh yeah, he's got an extra minor piece, so I've got 3 more pawns than he's got. I'm quite happy about this, though. We've got to be a bit careful about ideas like that. Okay, that's forced. Queen here, bishop here. I don't really mind. I mean, king away, tread on the light squares. Donkey's too far away to cause trouble, isn't it? Donkey here? No, it's just here, right? And now you're out of checks. You're flat out of checks, mate. And I've got this, which forces there. Well, kind of out of. I say out of checks. It's a figure of speech. Right. Rook blocks, queen blocks, king buggers off. Candidate moves. Here. And you're flat out of checks, mate. You've got nothing, bro. Nothing. Here. What about that? Now, I didn't see that. And it means queen can't go here. And I think you're flat out of checks, mate. You've got nothing. Nothing with a capital think. Now I have this. Think so. And now I'm attacking your queen, isn't it? Can't go there, can't go there. This is plop. And queen here could cause trouble for king. Very big troubles. I mean, he's a scrapper. Where's he from? Egypt? Mazar. Ana Moshkela. So the finish, I believe, is... let's practice this. Because I'm not very good at finishes. Okay. King here. Queen here. This is now forced. No, this is forced. Rook here. King in corner. Queen there. Is mate, I believe. Or rook here. Too slow. You haven't got time for this mucking about, mate. All I need to do is get the queen off the board. Yeah? Oh, he had another move. Well, oh, I nearly did that, look. Nearly thought about that. Don't want to be thinking that kind of thing. That kind of nonsense. Okay. He's fighting, isn't he? Here. Queen takes, rook here. Queen takes rook, I take queen. I've just given up a rook for no good reason at all. Rook hd1, rook 1d7. Okay, has he got any checks? Has he buggery? So what we do at this point is we turn the... Oh, hang on. Wait there. Wait a moment. Rook d7 check. He can't go on the back rank because blam, right? It's not necessarily checkmate, but this, he's not going to go here. If he goes here, there, net. Let's do it properly. Rook there. Is there a problem? So yeah, so what I was saying is, think about discarding ideas. You have an idea, you look at it in the cold light of day, but there's a level, a kind of detachment that you make from your move, right? So that idea is not me. I do not identify with that idea, you know? It's an idea, it's nothing more. I am here as a judge of the game, you know, a logical whatever. So my job is to find the best move, dispassionately. Okay, here he could block. No, he couldn't. I've got two attackers. I've got rook and queen. Okay, so rook here, that, and I mean it's going to end in tears, no question. I'm wondering even whether there's like, so king comes here. I've even got like a sack. Could I even sack? This, and then drop queen down, something like that. Yeah, and that puts pay to any checking ideas. So, you know, even if he takes his pawn, for example, I just drop here with check, trade queens, dance all the way home. So, in other news, Magnus made a statement. It's pretty clear, as though it wasn't already, that Magnus believes that Niemann cheated in the Sinkfield Cup. Was it Sinkfield Cup? Yeah. Oh look, the sun. Yeah. Well, big kerfuffle in the top world of top level chess. Oh look, he's attacking my rook. I missed this. He was attacking my rook. I gave check. He's moved. I've done this. He can take the rook if he wants. But then I think this. But then pawn. Hang on. You take rook. I give... Oh, hello. Let's just think about it. There. He's got to take it. There with check. Now let's just simplify. A win is a win, right? Now I'm attacking the king and the queen. The queen is undefended. He has to trade. Take with pawn and double pawns. He's going to take a rook. No worries. He should take with a knight because it defends this pawn. Oh, that's a thought. Okay, I think we're just going to step back. He can take, I'll recapture. Got 4 minutes 10, and we've got an increment. So the key here, I'm not sure. Oh, hello. He gets the bishop. Well, let's think about this. Don't want to do that. I get his bishop, he gets mine. Okay. Now it's a rook against a knight, and I've got more pawns. Threaten there. I'm threatening to take again. It's a win-win-win. Very clumsy ending, but this should be a formality because I'm up 2 pawns and exchange. Okay, so what do? We hit the knight, want to come here. Knight's going to come there. His king's a little bit offside. Okay, he's not attacking the rook. So I think I'm just going to improve my king. He's got 2 checking squares, but he gets captured on both. Let's move g3, h4 check. My rook is quite safe from the knight at this position. Takes 3 jumps for the knight to attack my rook, even. Alright, let's get the rook to safety. Opposite colour to the knight. Might even do this, h4, h5. Well, that would be a mistake because of knight here. So one thing I want to do is probably keep my rook on a different colour to my king. That is also a mistake for the same reason. This is not. He cannot fork from that distance. Because the squares that knights can fork are these. Okay, and the maximum spread is kind of 5. Let's do this. If he takes, I'll take back with a rook probably. Keep my king, my pawn's next to my king. Okay, he gives check. I could attack the knight. I can just do this. He can't go there or there. Here I can take with the rook. Still opposite colour to the king, so it's safe from the knight. I'm also threatening this pawn here. This is going to be a long and drawn out painful death. Rook is massively more powerful than a knight in an ending like this. Because it can cut off entire sections of the board from the king. Opposite colour. Want to come here. I mean, even if I trade off my rook for that knight, I win. I mean, this is a 1. I've got 2 completely clear passed pawns. So I could even go there. Pin it. Here? Yes. Oh, he's threatening this. Missed it. And then that. Okay. Cool. Okay, just got spicy. Cool. Okay, he's a scrapper. Or she. Okay, let's take this. You have 2 checks. This. The key squares for this pawn are these, which we've been learning in Chess Bootcamp Live. I get to go here, pins the pawn. He goes here with check, but I then come in and attack the knight, right? So that king here. His king comes in to defend the knight. Okay, well that just drops. No, not quite. Hang on. See, problem is, if I take here, that's now both on light squares, bang, right? We die. So I'm coming here first. Now the pawn is threatened. Is he going to push it? I'm making a right dog's dinner of this, aren't I? But I don't care as long as I win it. I'm on 5 minutes. We have an increment. Okay. I've almost got actually just a rook-king mate here, look. Because my king's in opposition to his. I've just given check, he has to move back. Okay, I'm going to move here. With a warning. No, I'm going to move here. No, I'm not. Yes, no, I'm going to move here. Okay, now notice if the knight can get to that square, it's a fork. But we're not going to do that because my king's going to keep moving up. He's going to try and do this, is he? Then I think I'll just move up. Move up, yeah. Now he hasn't got a check, but I've got this, which again forces his king back. Because our kings are in opposition, his knight's in the way, but he can't go here or here. That's the problem. That would actually win the knight. So if he does something silly like push the pawn, okay. Should we just pin it? King has to go here or here to defend. And I think I can just push Gary now. And he's not happy. This knight can't move. Go Gary go, I think, isn't it? He comes here. I trade off. Gary wins. Gary becomes a queen. Always got to be careful with knights, though. Tricky bastards. Okay, I think I can trade off here, because his king's going to be here. Now, Gary's square is this. Okay. So I take da, and he cannot get into Gary's square, because Gary will be here, so he's got to get... That's the closest he can get. I'm going to get a queen, and he's going to lose. There we go. Well, that was a mess, wasn't it? But we got there in the end. Let's have a quick look at the scores on the doors. I'm liking these longer format games. Hope you are too. 1543. I haven't been 1550. What? Jesus wept. Yeah, 2 blunders each. And from this point, I'm like winning. But what the hell happened there? And that is a mistake. Yeah, I didn't see it. I didn't see the move. I just automatically played e3, you remember? And that's just because great move. Okay. That's best. I took. He does this. And now I do something silly. By pushing e6. Oh, it's that one. Oh, man. Okay, queen takes. Look. Ah, I got it. I'm going to remember this one. Oh, I'm glad I looked at the review. Because if queen takes, you have this. And the king then has to move and lose castling rights. And then whatever the king does. So best move is king d8. You get the queen. And you're up 3 pawns. Boom. Oh, I'm going to remember that. Oh, I am going to remember that. But I missed it. Okay, so he does that. I blunder. Best. Good. I like this. King has to take. Obvs. Take the knight. Obvs. And queen f6 is a mistake. And that's a blunder. Well, we know that was a blunder. We knew that. Okay, should have just developed and not get greedy. And now it's inaccurate because he had bishop e4? Okay. Alright. Okay, great move. Inaccurate. And black's actually winning at this point. Who would have thunk that? Yeah, develop your pieces, Hunty. Pawns. Pawns. Development. Good. It's a mistake. Finish development. The fish is going. Thank you. But it wasn't the best move. Should have done it before. F5. F5 here? Oh, well, the bishop's pinned, so I guess, yeah, F5, pawn takes, queen takes, bishop's still pinned. Okay, and then we went on 1. Cool. But yeah, oh man, I'm remembering this one. I mean, how often, this is going to come up in the Jobava London all the time, right? Move, what is that, move 3? After move 3, if it's 2 knights, you go bang. And we are +1 already. They have to do e5. We take with the bishop. Apparently. Knight recaptures. Knight captures. D takes. We're up a pawn. This is a good way to learn an opening. And a6 if he's got any sense, apparently. Cool. Right, good stuff. There we go. Having fun with the Jobava London. Thank you all for watching. Please, give your feedback as always. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll see you soon.